Hi, hi everyone. How you guys doing? Let everybody come in. Tiffany, glad for you getting your light. I'm glad you got a hold of me and let me know you received your light. Hi, Tina P. Hi, Casey. And Susie. But I let everybody get their hi time. Hi, Michael. Yeah, I'll let everybody get their stuff in there for the to win the gift card. $25 Target card. We'll try to stay on here about an hour so everybody gets in here who's interested to get the card or use it for themselves, or maybe if they don't need it, they'll give it to somebody in the community. Uh,
Uncle Deep is here.
yeah, chat's running real slow. Edna said Uncle Tifa's here. Nice to see you, Uncle Tifa. Yeah, that gets you guys in for the card. You know, everybody was on the paper. There was only 2 last night that didn't show up. Boy, it's cold out, ain't it? I'm gonna get ready to drop the link. I seen your video, Uncle Tifa. That mug, boy, that is a nice mug. The only thing I was wondering if all that pineapple perfume, did you get that off of one of them pineapple goats? Yeah, that's a pretty nice mug.
I know.
But I'm gonna drop the link in
I'll
case.
see if we can't ask Travis to answer some questions tonight.
But I seen Shane Phelps. He's got a notification up saying that Will Justice is gonna come out and bring some stuff out over there. You know, this whole thing's a big mess. You know, that upsets me when I'm trying to get out here and help community. You know, the last bunch of pile of crap I got mixed in with 2 years ago when, you know, I thought I could trust people of, you know, selling products and stuff, and it didn't help anybody, you know. That's why I made my own channel.
Tell everybody.
And, you know, the stuff that I got the receipts of what I do. You know, that's like these cards. I got the receipts on these cards, where they came from. You know, uh, it was just a mod thing. You know, it was a deal where we all agreed on helping people. And, you know, everything I say is, you know, I do out of my own pocket. You know, I got all the receipts of where I keep track of different people that I help. You know,
These are like stripper snacks with some pineapple in it. Like Marty Spray, but Will can't help that. I love them. You guys should buy one.
yeah, you know, maybe I will buy one of those mugs. You know, I watch Will, and that's why I said, you know, he's got a pretty good channel over there. You know, that's like last night when all that went down. You know, there was people who came in the chat, and I was wondering where they went. And you know, I was like seeing Dreamweaver. I was like, man, I like talking to him. You know, there's a lot of good people. I was wondering where they went. You know, I'm glad I seen they're still around. But you know, that's like Roberts. You know, that's Robert's a good guy. You know, and that's like Prepper 101 or whatever. You know, he's a good guy. You know, there's a lot of good people. It's just everybody gets treated like shit. You know,
Oh, $20.
but yeah, that mug, $20. I made mugs, and I was making mugs and giving them out for people. They tried to help me with the show. I'd just send them something for free. People. It's nice when you get help from other people, but when you start taking advantage of them, that's when it's time to call them out. But no, I just think we'll eventually get answers. But the only thing is when they go to lie on other people, we just got to call them out on it.
Redhead Stink Snapper and Will Justice are going to come at me now.
But that's the thing. That's where I said if those people was involved, anybody that's involved with it, well, they'll all have to come out eventually. That's why I was on my rant when I first heard that. I'm trying to do something good over here, and everybody,
That's crap.
they do that stuff, and it just ruins my whole channel. I can't help no one, but everything that I done, I keep all the receipts. I make sure everybody, is taken care of.
You got videos.
But that's like when I did Alicia. I did that out of the kindness of my heart. She don't get to go everywhere. I thought that was the right thing to do. And people sent stuff in, and I showed them where she spent the money and bought her clothes. It ain't my responsibility what she did with her money. That's why they gave it to her. And they got to see them open those gift cards up. And, I didn't tell them to send her money. They sent her a gift card. They opened it up. Everybody that sent something, she got it. I did a video of when it came and different things. And, I want to be true with everybody.
Right. Cindy's in here.
I don't see her. My chat's running. Hi, Cindy. There it comes. But no, that's why I said, it's just like Sydney Foyer, she called me, and when Miss Blue Moon was, she was bad, she's like, will you make me some of those praying hand necklaces, some of that jewelry you do if I donate to her, She said, and I said, yeah. I said, I'll do that. Now she knows who I am. She donated to her, and I did that for free for her. I ain't trying to take advantage of people. There's a lot of things I can show on here, teach people how to do, and people takes advantage of me. But that's where you got to pull the bad and the good out of your channel. That's like all my mods in here, I don't need a bunch of mods, everybody, we just got to work together and pull the bad people out, throw them off to the side. And, but that's what I said. I want to get my gift card done, and, I want to do my thing. That's why I left over there at them other channels, and it's just like, Rhino, if he wants to come at me, but I didn't do anything to him. Edna apologized for the word that she didn't realize that was, he wants to throw rocks at me and stuff, but he apologized for it. He asked me for some of those praying hands. I sent him some. I sent Lori some. I ain't a bad person. It's just like Travis. I sent him 250 of those praying hands and told him not to sell them. I said, if somebody needs prayers, you give them to him. And what's he do? He gives 200 or 100, and he kept the handout. And Mike from Liberty Warrior was supposed to hand them out. Me and my friend make those just for people that needs prayer. But no, it's just like when we did the thing from Urban. I wasn't gonna let that out of my hands to after, Miss Blue Moon got paid for it. And after she got paid for it, I shipped it to Urban. Urban called me, and said, "Hey, I got that," and I was like, "Well, good." I said, "That's why I wanted to make sure." I said, "If I owe you something, I wanted to make sure you get what you have." I got a lot of friends on here. If I don't know your address, maybe that friend does or this friend, but that's why I want my channel. I don't want people to be taken advantage of because I wouldn't want that done to me.
Larry was very generous. I asked to buy the praying hand story, and he sent me quite a few necklaces free. Yes, I donated to Miss Blue Moon out of my free will.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. The praying, if anybody got a praying hands and, if they had to pay for it, shame on them. They shouldn't have sold them. That hurts my feelings. But,
Me and you stand by.
but, you know, all the other stuff without the praying hands, the praying hands, when everybody received them, they was never supposed to pay for them. That's why I did that, because everybody needs prayers. And, Lori C. and them, after I heard she was in the hospital, and I was like, well, after they all told me she was in the hospital, I was like, well, I'm going to make sure I get them out to you. You know, I didn't charge them nothing. I went ahead and got all the box ready, got it all packaged, went the next morning, sent it out. I don't want people in bad health. I want the best for everybody. But I'm gonna drop the link and I'm gonna move on. Maybe I'll drop the link. This phone works a little slow. Yeah, there it goes.
I'm just too Travis stole all the James Moore from my local adult store. Now we got Monte Carlo protests everywhere, and my kids are asking questions.
Hi, Urban.
Hello, Larry. Did you keep me up there tonight?
I'm going to try to.
Okay. Hey, let me let me say something here for 1 second, please. Cindy Fuller Stevens. I want to address what happened the other night. I was only kidding around with you. If I didn't mean nothing bad about it, I apologize if you took it wrong. I think you're a nice person. I was just teasing and kidding around. I think like I said, I think you're a very nice person. You're a neighbor of mine, so hopefully you'll accept my apology if you took it bad. I was just trying to make light of what happened. So, Casey, what do you want to talk about? Are you going to get pizza, Casey? Hi, Miss Blue Moon. Hi, Susie. Hi, Cindy Fuller Stevens, neighbor. Hi, Cam. Hi, Time. Edna, hello. Okay, thank you, Cindy. I just wanted to make sure you weren't mad at me. See? Casey wants us to move on, but he doesn't want to tell us what to move on to. And he said, no, he's not going to get none of that pizza.
Well, I hope he gets some of that pizza.
Yeah. He said he got a haircut. He said he got a haircut today. But I hope he got them all cut.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, everybody's got ice right now.
Cindy, thank you. That just made me laugh. Yeah. So, what do you want to talk about, Larry?
I don't know. We've already know everything about the weather. We all got cold weather and snow. Ain't no really used to talk about the weather, and we know Texas is getting hammered with snow.
Oh, they're getting hammered big time.
But no, I just wanted to come on here and tell them we're getting close to due day on the card. That's pretty interesting to see who
Right.
gets it. I started listening more about that cop thing again. I see it's starting to blow up pretty good. And I did see they found some more Biden documents in the think tank now.
Well, I seen that they're saying that they hired felons at that police department. So I haven't got a chance to look into that yet, but I do want to look into that. There's more to it than it was just somebody they pulled over. There's a lot more into this, and more is coming out. So
Yeah. Well, it's like the other night we was talking about that one cop. She got in a thing like that. There was a woman cop, and they just moved her on to another state.
yeah, and she was a chief.
That's be something to see, Cindy.
What is it?
Cindy wants to know, where do you have scarves and beanies for your cows and goats? That's be something to see.
Yo, Sydney, I don't. Everybody says, well, I need to start dressing a bunch of them goats up, put bonnets and stuff on them. It would be funny.
Tiffany says that light only worked on her laptop.
Well, yeah, or you, Edna, hand me that other light. Where did it go? Oh, it's over here. See this light right here? Anything with a USB on it. That light will work on anything. Anything that has a USB. A lot of these DirecTVs got the USB on them too. You can plug that light in. There's a lot of different uses you could use that. They sell these little chargeable solar battery chargers. They got USB on it. You can plug it in there too.
Yeah, I have one of them rechargeable battery backup things, the small ones from 4Patriot. I really like them. They work good. And they're only like $25 a piece if you buy 4 of them.
Yeah, I got that's what we used for the Derby and stuff when we was over there. And the solar charger, you got the panel on one side and the batteries are in it, and you can plug I think up to 2 different chargers in it. And here I took 3 of them because I have 3 of them, and heck, I didn't even use one. All day when it was charging, because it was sunlight out, and I still had it plugged in, but my phone battery didn't go dead all day.
Well, yeah.
That solar panel kept it charged all day.
It would be funny, Larry.
Goodbye, Cam.
Larry's goat hat.
Larry goat hats. I'm gonna get me some goat hats. I'm gonna put some of Mrs. hair on it. Well, you guys don't know. I might look like an idiot in it, but I wear this hat for Miss.
Susie says straw hat with spring, posies, and satin ribbon for that.
Yeah, you need to fix it up a little bit, Larry.
Well, hair's starting to fall out a little bit. It's starting to get bald from cleaning it all the time.
Yeah. Did you get your coffee all cleaned up?
There's Black Watch.
Hi, Black Watch.
Hello, Black
No,
Watch.
you know, I had pictures of that I went to we got a bun coffee pot, and if you don't have bun filters to put in it, well, I ran out, so I put one of the generic filters in it, and when you start putting the filters in it, the water will start in there, but if it ain't a bun filter, it'll overflow the whole thing, and well, I walked away from it and came back and there was coffee going everywhere, all over the counter, running down the thing, and I was like, "What happened?" And then I thought all the water was out of it, so I cleaned up the mess. And about the time I got ready to pull the filter out, I dropped it, and it went all over the counter again. Had to re-clean it up again.
Well, that should be an awful clean counter then.
Oh, it took.
Black Watch said, good news, Larry. Your Barking Rooster can take a USB Type C. This word you went from Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, the barking roosters ain't started yet because kids ain't running in and out of the doors. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what videos I want to do next. This is the last card I'm gonna do a lot of different things. Just, with what's going on, it ain't I'm gonna quit doing what I'm doing. It's just you can't, and that's why I said it hurts everybody. I wanted to do this community group thing, but with the way people are, it just hurts it for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, it hurts. But there's a lot of different things. We can still come on here and have a conversation.
Have fun.
And that's what we need to do. Keep the conversation going, and
Yeah, but it's like I said, if I see it's somebody struggling or something, and if I have their number, reach out and talk to them, and maybe I will try to help them. But with what's going on, I don't want to get tied up in all their stuff. That's why I did this channel. Because
yeah,
I've been tied up in it, and Miss has been tied up in it, and we don't want to be satiated with those people.
right.
You want to, Larry. Your audience will find you.
But
It's your TV, but
hey, Irvin,
Casey, yeah, go ahead, Larry. I'm sorry.
I was going to tell you, look up above times where they said, "Did your TV blow up?"
I was just getting ready to address that, Casey. When it does, I'll be come looking for you. That way I can take your TV from you.
Look at Black Watches.
Yeah. My hat's always on, Crooked Black Watch. That's what happens when you walk through the woods and hit trees with it.
Irvin, do you fish or hunt?
I used to hunt and fish all the time. Since I came out here, I haven't had a chance to. It's totally different fishing out here, so I got to learn how to do it. I'm going to try to get some in this year, maybe.
That's like all the hunting I used to get done. I don't really get that much done. I try to get my kids more into it than I do. Time I'm helping them and trying to get them out in the woods and setting tree stands and different things that they want to do up. And, it takes a lot of time. You might go 1 or 2 days, do a little bit of hunting, and, you got other stuff you got to do. But, I enjoy fishing, Hi, Freedom Pop.
Hello, Freedom Pop. Yeah, when I lived in Pennsylvania, this was probably back in the 90s. I used to be in with a fishing group. And we used to get a group of kids together and advertise and stuff. We meet at a lake and teach them how to fish, because that's where it's at, teaching the younger generation to do things like that. It was really good. I was involved in another big organization got together around Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and they took buses into the inner city and brought kids out, and they put on, I think there was like 30 or 40 different little stations you go to, fishing, hunting, shooting, canoeing, survival, all that stuff. It was like I said, 30 or 40 stations around that the kids got to go to, and they just enjoyed it. Really, really good.
You know,
That's all right. Soft in his underwear, or pushes in his goldfish bowl.
oh my lord.
Gee, Blackwatch, is that why I can't find my socks and my underwear? Because I don't have them in the drawer. They're laying on top of my bed that I don't sleep in. I better look there the next time, huh?
But anyway, we had aluminum plant down here, and it's closed down now. But they had another building off to the side, the game warden and people in the community. We'd go down there, and they would do fishing. And at the end of the day, whatever kids you had there, they would give them a free fishing pole and some lures and stuff. And then they had another class over here that they teach how to do the trapping and stuff like that, and they had another room. They did that during the summer, so it gave the kids something to do. And then another room, like the sinkers and stuff, they taught them how to make sinkers in there. And you could, if you went to there, you got the chance to use that equipment. You could make your own sinkers while you was there.
Right. But you got to be very careful with that, messing around. Did they do it out of lead? Because lead's very dangerous.
Yeah, they was just teaching them and showing them how it was done,
Yeah, because the lady down here that I work for down here at the senior center, she got sick the other week, and they couldn't figure out what it was until they started talking to her and gave her a lot of tests. And it came back up she had lead poisoning, and she was pouring her own lead, making jigs and stuff out of lead. Here she poisoned herself.
What was she doing in a closed building?
No, she said nope. She was doing it outside. I said, well, quit snorting the stuff then. I've melted over 500 pounds of lead throughout my lifetime, and I've never gotten sick from it.
Yeah, I know a lot of my friends, they've melted lead, but they don't do it in closed doors. They do it outside.
Right. I used to go around to the car places, mechanic shops, and get their wheel weights because they had to pay to get rid of them, and I would take them, and that's what I'd do with them.
Yeah, that's what I did too. That's how I got them. Take the wheel weights, go to a garage, and say, "Hey, can I have that wheel weights you got in there?" But I ain't done that for probably 15 years.
Right. Well, I had so much weight, so much lead that melted up ahead of time. It wasn't even funny. Because when I went out duck hunting to make the weights for my decoys, I used a cupcake pan. I took an old cupcake pan and poured lead in the bottom of that and put an old wire clothes hanger, cut it to a length and put it in there to tie the string to, because them lead weights are so expensive, and I made all them. I had like 30 or 40 decoys. So, I saved probably 70, 80 bucks, $100 in lead.
My friend, he, like the nuts and bolts, he usually has those nuts, and if he runs out of sinkers, he'll throw one of them nuts on there from a bolt.
Oh yeah.
Tina P. Question.
Irvin, Tina P's.
Did that absorb through her skin, or did she breathe? I think it was both of them, Tina P. I think it was both. I think it was a little bit of both. But I've never wore gloves when I did mine, also. And I've never gotten sick from it. So I don't know exactly how she did it. She didn't really say. All she knew is that's what they narrowed it down to.
The thing is, Urban, those dies that you make them sinkers in different sizes and stuff, them things are pretty expensive when you order those.
Well, it's like anything else, Larry. It's the upfront cost. I used to
Yeah.
spend $30 for it, but I would save, you know, hundreds making your own.
Yeah.
'Cause I used to have 150 molds at one time. Now I'm back down to 6 or 7. I kept the ones
Yeah.
that I absolutely wanted.
Yeah.
I
I
made a
might
lot
have,
of jigs. Go ahead.
but no, because that's like some of my pellet rifles, you got where you can make your own lead for them too. You can melt it down and dump it in there and you can make your own pellets for it.
Right, right. Well, I used to make my own jigs. I put it because you can't buy them with a 2/0 hook and a 1/16 ounce, 1/6 ounce thing on it. You can't buy a big hook with that light of a weight. So I made my own, and then when I was in the flea market business, I sold them for 20 cents a piece, and guys would come and buy 20, 30 at a time. So that paid for my mold in no time. I molded my hooks in no time.
Yeah. Have you ever put turtle lines out, Irvin?
No, I never did turtle lines. Nope.
My friend did it, but I went with them a few times when they was doing it. That's pretty interesting with some of them turtles, how big they get.
There, can you just select me still here, Urban?
Yeah, you can still hear Irvin. Yeah.
Yeah. When he caught the turtles, what did he do? Did he eat them?
Yeah, they put them all in the thing, and they had like they would have friends that might have wanted one. Another friend might have wanted. He would just bring them all down there and say, "You guys just pick what one you guys want," and if you don't, uh, if there was one left, maybe he would skin it, or maybe he would turn it back loose. I'm not really sure what he did with them all.
Well, do you ever see them old pots they used to use back in the old days? They'd sit on top of the fire, them cast iron ones. I'm talking about the huge ones. They were like
Yeah,
75 gallons.
yep. I know
You
what you're
see them?
talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, our one buddy used to go out and he raised chickens all year. So he'd slaughter a bunch of his chickens and then he'd go out and catch turtles. And in one of them, he'd make turtle soup, and the other one, he'd make chicken corn soup. And he let
yeah.
them cook all day long.
Our neighbors over the hill, that's what they do.
Yeah.
They would, and when I was like, one day he's like, "You guys want to come down for soup?" And I was like, "Well, I'm busy." He said, "Well, what am I supposed to do with all this soup?" And we went down there, and he just had. I didn't realize he had that big of a pot
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's like 3 feet diameter and probably 2 feet tall.
Right. Well, these were like, like I said, these held about 75 gallons a piece. A lot of soup. That was a lot of soup. But you'd have this big, huge party at his house, and everybody just go down and just dip out what they wanted. I didn't eat the turtle soup. I stayed away from that.
Oh, I thought it was okay. I've ate
Yeah, I just.
chicken. That's
So
what they say.
if I want to eat something that tastes like chicken, I'll eat chicken.
But they say turtles what, got 7 or more meats in it, it tastes like?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I've heard different stories about it, but I've ate it before.
Yeah. Oh, and looks like you got a date coming up. Blackwatch wants to take you out for pizza.
Yeah, get his mute button. Let's get for pizza.
Yeah.
Well,
Better watch it. Go ahead, Larry.
No, I'm glad that, these guys are getting their stuff. I'm glad they're getting a hold of me and letting me know that they're receiving their stuff.
Right, that is a good thing. Blackwatch, you better watch it. Miss Blue Moon will get jealous. She wants to go for pizza with you. Well, Freedom Pop, you're not supposed to put mud in with them.
What did he put mud in?
Well, he says, I always thought turtle soup tasted like mud.
You know, that's the way with some of the fish in the river, you know. Here, I think it tastes like mud, but everybody says, well, it didn't get cooked right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe the creek or the pond or whatever they got it out of wasn't clear.
Because we've got fish out of the creek here, and it was good, and then go to between the river and the creek, and there's a totally different taste to them.
Right, right. I had a neighbor that used to ask me when I was going out catfishing, and I'd tell him, and he had a little kiddie swimming pool, and I'd bring him 4 or 5, 6 catfish back, and just take them over and throw them in the kiddie pool for him, and leave them in there for 2 days, so they get fresh water, and he put fresh water in it every day, so they'd clean out, and then he'd cook them up for him and his wife.
Well, what's Black Watch think about that groundhog? Is he going to see a shadow or not?
Oh, he's going to see it. I know that. I checked the weather.
You checked the weather?
Yeah, I checked the weather out at Punxsutawney, and it's supposed to be clear. What was it? 13 degrees for the low and 26 for the high. And they ought to be glad it's tomorrow, because what's tomorrow? Thursday? Friday is supposed to be 6 degrees for their low.
You drink coffee in the evening, Irvin?
I drink coffee all day long.
Yeah, I do too sometimes.
You ever eaten Nutra rat, Larry?
Nope.
They said if you can't eat turtle, you would enjoy Nutra rat. Eat a piece of that.
No, about the only rat I've ever ate was tree rats.
Yeah, well, you know what she's talking about, Larry. Larry, you know what she's talking about. They're big. Yeah. They're big rodents down in Louisiana and Florida and stuff. They go hunt.
Yeah, I know what they are. They eat all the green grasses. You know, I seen where they had to take and bring trappers in because they just root like a hog does when the hogs don't got their rings in their nose. You know, that's what that ring's for, is to keep them from rooting.
Right.
And they'll destroy property everywhere.
Well, you just throw a bowling ball out for them.
Larry needs another cup, a very big cup.
Yeah. Well, that's where Irvin needs one of those them black coffee cups that Cam was talking about. You know, he's talking about them big coffee cups. You know, them big coffee cups.
Yeah, well, I have a big one. Mine takes 16 ounces at a time.
It hurts my hand picking mine up, and heck, it only holds 10 ounces of freaking coffee. I don't want to lift a big heavy cup up.
You're going clear over to Europe for pizza? You're going Dutch? I don't know what kind's Dutch pizza, Larry. What kind of pizza is that? I've heard of Hawaiian pizza, but I never heard of Dutch pizza.
I'm going to have to mute because my dogs are going to bark because my son and his girlfriend's coming in.
Oh, there you go, Black Watch. There's your barking rooster. Yeah. Yes, it is, Susie. That out there for that Punxsutawney, that's huge. They draw what, 20-some thousand in there, 30,000 people every year now. That is huge. That's big deal. Big deal. Draws a lot of money into the area.
Sorry about that, Irvin.
No, that's fine. No, I was talking to Susie. She lives an hour away from Punxsutawney.
Huh. Yeah. But no, I love to go down where they got some of that different, like back in the swamps. I like to see how they do that. That's what I said. I like to go down there and gators and different things. I think that'd be fun. At least I think it would be.
Yeah. Good night, Tiffany. Yeah, yeah. Get down there in the swamps and stuff. I just don't like the
Yeah.
snakes.
Oh, I don't like snakes either.
And you won't get me on none of them little boats.
Yeah, you know, the worst thing that we had was a canoe. It was a V canoe, and boy, it can do some wobbling.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had
But
an old Coleman canoe at one time.
but the one we had, I could put a three or 5 horse engine on the back of it. You talking about scooting through the water? That thing would scoot.
Oh, big time. I had just a 3-horse electric motor for mine and it went pretty fast.
Yeah, but heck, I'd put a 2 horse engine on it, and heck, it'd go pretty fast across the Ohio River
Oh yeah, yeah.
from one side to the other side.
Yeah, that's how I started my boating. I started in a canoe and then slowly worked my way up to a 24-foot pontoon boat.
Yeah, I like to have a pontoon. That's what I like to have, but you know, I just don't like the idea of having to pull it every day and putting it in.
Right, right. You get used
You
to
know,
it. It takes you a couple minutes. If you have 2 guys working together, it only takes like 2 or 3 minutes to get it in.
yeah, you know, I just think it's a hassle of, you know, when I could jump in the van or a car and go instead of having to hook up to the boat and then going down there and then unhooking from the truck to, you know, just unhooking and unhooking.
Right, right, right.
You know, if I'm going to go all day, I like having the boat there and already set. So anything you got to do is jump in there and go.
Right. Well, see, we always launched when we launched our boats. Somebody was always in the boat, so you had one guy back the trailer down in. Somebody was in the boat. He backs it in. The guy on the boat starts the motor up and pulls it off, and the guy parks it and comes back, and you're ready to go.
But, you know, that's like, with some of these boat walls, you know, everybody can't drive a boat, you know. It depends when you're born, you know. It says in the book, I don't have the book here. You know, you got to go do courses after, I think so. Now, if I forget the date in there, I looked it up before.
Right, right. In Pennsylvania, it was after 80 some. I think it was 85. If you were born after 85, then you got to go get a license. Out here, I understand if you have a boat over so many feet, then you got to get a license.
Yeah, that's the way it is here. I was thinking, I thought it was 60s or something. Or no, maybe it might be 80s. Yeah, you might be right. It might be in the 80s.
Yeah, that's when it was in Pennsylvania. So I don't know. Every state's different.
I know it is after you get up to so big, too.
Well, now, if you run a jet ski in Ohio, do you have to have a boating license?
Yeah, you still got to have stickers on it.
No. Do you have to have your boating license? Do you like to run the boat, like a driver's license?
No. Yeah,
See,
I don't think.
That's why they brought that licensing in, boating license in Pennsylvania, because too many people were out there on jet skis and didn't know how to operate them and stuff. So they made them go and take a course, and then you get them it's just like a driver's license.
The rules here, it's just like, you know how you got the stickers on the side, the licensing sticker?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's okay if you got that boat and you got paddles in it, and okay, you don't need that license on it, or you just need to Yeah, you don't need one on it, I think, because it's counted as like a paddle boat, the ones you sit in, or something
Right.
like that. But when you go to put a motor on it, you got to have the stickers down the side. It's got to be like a regular boat. When you
Right.
added like a
You got to have the numbers on
trolling,
and everything.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, see, in Pennsylvania, if you use a boat commission ramp, then you have to have it fully licensed and the numbers on it and everything. It doesn't matter if you're paddling or not.
yeah. But because then I was like, well, that don't make sense. And then uh, they would, these little set-in canoes that you buy them at Walmart, the little set-in canoes, 1 person, 2 person canoes. They
Kayak.
have those. Yeah, that's what they are. They're kayaks. But they had those where uh, they got rules for them too. Now they got to have stickers on them. You got to have a life jacket. You got to have an anchor. They got rules for them now. I seen people used to just throw them in and go in them, but now they got to have license on them too.
Well, yeah, they should. It's no different than anybody else. And they in them things they should be wearing a life jacket.
Yeah.
My one buddy, my best friend, was going out in one of them, and he don't know how to swim, and he wasn't wearing a life jacket. I said, "What are you doing? You can't even swim. Suppose it would flip upside down, and you were something dumb like that." Oh, I'll get out of it. I said, "Okay, I'll be waiting for the phone call."
Well, if you would be in that water and you didn't know how to swim, you know, he must know what he didn't even have a life jacket on.
No, he wouldn't wear a life jacket when he's on. Oh, they're uncomfortable, but they'll save your life.
Heck, I know it's hot wearing them, but I got a pretty fancy life jacket. I'd have to show you sometime.
Yeah.
Mine's like a vest and it's got a thing on it. Heck, I think it's comfortable. We've went in the river, and pulled raft and different things with it. It's amazing how much weight one of them, when you got a life jacket on, how much you float. They'll definitely hold you up.
Yeah, they sure will. Um, I never wore one. Except when I was in the canoe, I did, just in case. But once I got into regular boats and stuff, I always had them laying right there.
Yeah. Uh, that's like some of the rules for. You got to have a fire extinguisher even on the boat. There's a lot of things it calls for a boat.
Right, right. You got to have everything. On the river that I went on and fished on, I went to school with the game warden, and he would come over and check me every time he saw me on the river. He knew my boat. He knew who I was. He knew the last time he was on, I was legal, but he came over every time and checked me every time.
I know.
I
I see.
I went to high school with him. I played football with him. I talked to him, on the street when I saw him and his wife and everything, but that was his job. And he said to me one day, he says, I got to check you. I said, I don't care. So when I'd see him, I know his boat. So when I'd see him starting heading over to me, starting holding up life jackets, the whistle, and by the time he got to me, I already had everything shown to him. And then we'd sit there and talk for a couple minutes, and he'd go off to the next guy.
Yeah, I don't care if he comes to see me. I usually have everything. I usually try to update my stuff about every time I take it out. That's like those fire extinguishers. They got to be every 3 years or every 2 years. Heck, I'd just spend the $20 and go buy a new one.
Right, right, right.
I'd rather be safe and instead of having to use it.
Well, that's the way with me. It's not just a good idea. It's the law.
Yeah.
You have to have them on there.
So, did you see anything else in the news that's going on?
No, not really. Nothing I can remember.
Yeah, I just think everybody's just, you know, with all this internet, YouTube stuff, I just think everybody's going crazy. I just think we just need to step back and just forget about it. Let the people do their work. It's good at it.
Right, right. Yep,
Casey has doesn't have
yep.
a web sprinkler too.
There you go.
Blackhawk gives no Casey, however, it has built a sprinkler system with urban is in it.
You hear that, Urban?
No, I'm skipping around. I'll go back and
Urban,
look quick.
Oh
uh,
my goodness.
yeah, Casey and Blackwatch picking on you pretty hard.
Well, I don't care.
They want to know if your boat had a fire or a sprinkler system on it.
Fire
Well,
extinguisher.
yeah. Yep. If I drank too much coffee, I was sprinkling the system. See,
Well, that's
Black
what.
Watch, all that coffee. Yeah. Yep. I had the sprinkler system going.
Northern Sound says all first time here.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Welcome, Northern.
But yeah, I try to welcome everybody. Last 4 weeks we've been giving different cards away at the end of the week. This is the last one. Everybody, it got one last week. Got a hold of me and said they've got some of their stuff. I'm glad people can be truthful with me when they receive the stuff.
Yeah. Yep. That's nice. That they let you know right away that they got it.
Yeah. But why if Freedom Pop ever got his Jeep running?
Yeah, I don't know. He never said.
Yeah, I was wondering if he ever got his Jeep running.
I thought he was going to donate it to you so we can give it away.
He's probably saying, "Heck with you." He said he he'll probably say after he don't get it fixed, he'll let me fix it and donate it on here.
Yeah.
Hi, Northern.
Hello,
Yeah,
Northern.
but yeah, I just don't know what we're gonna do next. For live, maybe we'll just come on here and talk. I just gotta try to figure out a way to try to keep my group together. Uh, I try to be honest. It's just like when we pick the names. I tried to make it where everybody can see their things going in there. I try to make it honest as I can with everybody, and I want everybody to be treated fair.
Well, that's just it. You do everything on camera, so everything's on the up and up, and everybody's getting their stuff, so they know you're good for it.
You got receipts and proof.
And
Just like
that's
anytime you said you were going to send me something, I always received it.
well, that's what I said. That's like the stuff for Alicia. Everything that I bought her. Out of my own money. I got the receipts. I don't want somebody thinking I'm somebody I'm not. If I say I'm gonna give you something, I'm gonna give it to you.
Right.
I just don't like to be treated that way.
Right. Let me
Yeah.
answer Blackwatch on this one. Blackwatch, you give us your address, we'll send you some nice Monopoly money. How's that?
Paying us $100 the other way.
No,
We'll send him some Monopoly money, Larry.
yeah, but it's just Edna, come over here and talk to Urban.
He said no worries, man. We got your MasterCard.
Right.
Hi, Irvin.
Hello. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Great. What'd you make Larry for dinner tonight? Because we know you don't know how to cook.
Sausage, cheese, and hamburger mixed together.
Oh.
Yesterday we had a big meal.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm having tomorrow yet.
Wow.
What are you having tomorrow?
I don't know. Probably the same thing that I'm going to have tonight. Egg sandwich.
Oh,
Well, it's kind of hard cooking with one hand, so you can't open nothing, can't do
well,
nothing
yeah,
with.
that's true.
So I try my best. That's all
Hi,
right.
Miss. I say hi to my bestie.
Yeah. When I got 9 more years until I get married, so I got 9 years to find me a good woman that can cook for me.
Well, there
Then.
you go. There you go. Take your
Yeah.
time.
That's
Here's Larry.
Oh,
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 oh.
he want to talk to me.
But anyway, a lot of
oh, it's
people
just
probably
Larry.
don't, but everybody don't know what the praying hand thing. I had to go get one to show everybody. Hold on. That's what they. Can you see it, Urban?
Well, as soon as it comes up on my TV, I got to get out tomorrow and get glasses again. I lost my glasses. Yep, I can see it. Yeah, they look nice.
But I usually, if I find out somebody needs prayers, I'll try to send those out. But I got a few for the channel. We got made up, and I ain't made anymore for a while. And then we got these ones here for men, you know, that they can put in their pocket and carry around. There's a lot of different ones there, but that's the kind of stuff I want to do. I want to help people, but I don't want to be took advantage of either.
Well, that's just it.
That's why I said I just want to step back and do stuff for my channel, but I don't want bad people in my group.
Yeah.
You lied to me once, and I don't want nothing to do with you.
That's right.
Well, that's just it. Once you lose your reputation and stuff like that, and your honesty, then you're done. Why would anybody believe anything you say?
But no, I appreciate all you guys coming in here. That's why told Susie, all you guys, and that's like Blackwatch. I like when he comes in here, and I mean, joking with me. And that's like Time. He comes in here. When he first came, he's like, "Oh, you just got to keep trying." He said it'll come. He said they'll find you. Yeah, they'll find you. But good people's hard to get to your group.
Right. Larry, Susie says she loves those. She thinks she must think they're really nice looking. I had some of the necklace. Larry sent me 5 necklaces, and they were very nice. I gave them to the seniors down at the senior center, and all 5 of them almost broke out in tears when I gave them to them. They were so happy. They liked them so much. Yes, Tina P, your word is your bond, and once you lose it, you're done.
But that's why a lot of people is like it's like, why don't you got a bunch of wrenches? If everybody had wrenches, then you'd have everybody saying, "Oh, I'm better than him. I'm gonna stab him in the back." I don't want that. I want everybody to be treated the same.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
You have more.
I don't.
Well, you have more control over everything then.
Yeah, because if I see somebody giving somebody a hard time, I just tell them, "Hey, quit it." And
Larry, Susie says you got to post some on your shorts or something. Those are very nice. Hun, that's coming from Susie.
Yeah. But no, there's a lot of videos where I could show people how to make those. We used to do the different things when we would go to different fairs and set up and, sell them. And, there's a lot of people I showed, and everybody's like, why don't you do things on it? And, we did do that, and then other people would get mad and say, you need to quit having those classes because you're hurting my business. And I was like, well, I'm the one that showed you how to make them,
Right.
They don't
Well,
want
Larry,
to.
I don't mean to cut you off, but are you ready to get out of here soon? Last call, Ms. Blue Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
thanks, Black Watch, and all you guys for subscribing. I guess I'll catch you guys on tomorrow night. I'm glad all you guys made in on paper. I'm pretty sure everybody came in. I'd have to check with Miss Blue Moon them. But catch you guys on the next one.
Yep. Good night, everyone. God bless.